Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the images formed by plane parallel mirrors. The same applications will continue now. So, images by parallel plane mirrors. Again, we will take another application here. Now, one mirror I have taken is this is another mirror. Now, this is mirror M1 and this is mirror M2. Now between these two mirrors, let us assume a distance of 10 centimeters is there. So the M1 and M2 are separated by 10 centimeters. Now here an object is there. For example, this object, say for example this object is at 2 centimeters. This object is at 2 centimeters. And from this mirror M2, it is at a distance of 8 centimeters. Now here an object is there which is at a distance of 2 centimeters from M1 and it is at a distance of 8 centimeters from M2. Now the question is, locate the images formed by the two mirrors considering the reflection on M1 first. So here the question, locate images from two mirrors considering reflection on M1 first. So you should understand the question here. Locate the images from two mirrors considering reflection on M1 first means the first reflection we are going to take on M1. You can take first reflection on M2 also, that is not the matter. But as per the condition I am speaking, considering reflection on M1 first, locate the images, thereby you can calculate the distances between the images. And before we start these applications, one fundamental point you should understand, that is the image formed by one mirror is going to act as the object for other mirror. This is what you should understand. The image formed by, for example, first reflection on M1 means first image on M1. Now this image which is formed by M1 is going to act, or it is going to function as object for M2. This is the fundamental point. Then this process will continue for every successive reflection. This is the fundamental point. Then this is the condition that you have to take when you are going through this type of applications. Now in the same way I am going to calculate. Now here the object is there as per the condition first reflection. Now one incident ray has struck M1. Another incident ray also struck M1. But you see this incident ray is perpendicular to the surface. So this incident ray is, angle of incidence for this incident ray is 0. So it will reflect in this direction only. Now this incident ray, I will draw the normal, then this is the angle of incidence, then this is the angle of reflection, then I will draw. Now this is one reflected ray, this is another reflected ray. As per that, you see, now I got two reflected rays, one reflected ray and this reflected ray, but this reflected ray and this reflected ray cannot meet. So real condition not there. When real condition not there, then you have to go for virtual condition. Virtual condition means they cannot meet. Can they appear to meet? Can they appear to meet? That I have to check. Then what I will do? Just I will extend them back. Of course, as per perpendicular distance concept also I can say. Now when I extended, just it is extended in this, and this reflected ray also extended. Then what is this one? This is the image of this object. This is the image of this object. Then I can say the image formed on M1. Image formed on M1. So you take two incident rays, one incident ray in this direction, one incident in this direction. For this incident ray, angle of incidence is 0, so it will reflect in this direction. Now this is the reflected ray which is moving like that. Now this reflected ray and this reflected ray cannot meet, so real condition not there. So I am going to take virtual condition, that is I am extending them back and they meet here. So what is this image? Nothing but virtual image. Definitely it forms on plane mirror, no doubt in that. Now again, already I told the fundamental point, that is this image which is formed by M1 is going to function as object for M2. This image is going to function as object for M2. That you have to understand. So what I am doing, this light ray which is traveling and striking M2. Now this is the normal, then this is the angle of incidence, angle of reflection I will take, then I will take like this. Now this is the reflected ray. So I take this as the object. From this one incident ray is strike M2 and another incident ray is striking like this, and it will strike M2 perpendicular. So the angle of incidence for this is 0. So this reflected ray will come in this direction, but this reflected ray is moving in this direction. This reflected ray and this reflected ray cannot meet. Again what I have to do? Again I am extending back. And what is this one? This is nothing but image of this object. What is this object? IM1 on M2. So you should very carefully also we can say that is M2. That is, now the image of this object is formed on M2 here. This is what you should understand. Then again, what you do? Let us take another one. Now this right ray striking, angle of, this is the angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Now what happens? It is coming. Now you see here, this image is going to function as object for M1. This is M1. So this image is going to act as object for M1. So this is acting as object for M1. If it is acting as object, then what I have to do? This is the incident ray, this is the normal. Now this incident ray which is striking M1, it is reflecting in this direction, and this incident ray which is striking M1 is reflecting in this direction, though, so both cannot meet. Again I have extended and again an image is formed here. What is this image? This is the image of this object. What is this one? I M1 M2 on M1. So this is the image of this object. So this is acting as an object for M1. So this point is acting as an object for M1. So the image of this object is formed here. I have written M1 M2 by on M1. M1 M2 formed on M1. This is what you should understand whenever you are calculating. Like that, now this is going to act as object for M2. Again we are going to get another one here. What is that? We are going to get another one like M1 M2 M1 on M2. So another image also I am going to get on that direction. So like that, number of images will come. Even you have considered the first reflection on M1, even you can consider first reflection on M2. Again you are going to get number of images. Like that, any number of images we can draw. So the fundamental point, again I am calculating one object I have taken, first reflection I have taken on M1, After taking the first reflection, I got the first image. This image is acting as object for M2, for this mirror, that is M2, and this is the image of this one. This is the image of this one, which is formed by M2. Now this is acting as object for M1. So this object image is formed here, and this object image is formed here. Like that you should draw. Again, if you take M2 if you take, first reflection on M, here we have taken first reflection on M1, now I will take first reflection on M2, then what I will do, I will have taken, then what is this, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, then I will strike, then when it is extended, then I am going to get, what is this one, image on M2. This is the first image formed on M2 when I have taken first reflection on M2. This is what you should understand. Like that you can get n number of images, infinite number of images you will get. Now a question is there. Question is, what is the distance between IM1 and IM1M2? Distance between IM1 and IM1M2. So what is the distance between this point and this point? That you should understand. Very simple. What is this one? This is the first image formed by M1. So what is this distance? 2 centimeters. Okay. Now what is this point? This point is nothing but, this is the image of this object. This is the image of this object. Okay, if you are not confusing, just I will strike out this one. Now this point is the image of this object. Well, now where is the, because this is M2. Now this object is at what distance from M2? That you have to calculate. Then what I have to do? From M2, at what distance this object is there? From here to here, how much? 10 centimeters. From here to here, it is 2 centimeters. Total, from this mirror, this object is at a distance of 12 centimeters. If object is at a distance of 12 centimeters from this mirror, so image also will be at 12 centimeters. Now the question is, distance between IM1 and IM2 means from here to there. What is this distance? 2 centimeters. This is 10 centimeters. This is 12 total. So 2 plus 10, that is 12. 12 plus 12, that is 20. So what I can say here, the distance between this one and this one, that is what you should understand. Sometimes the question, what is the distance between IM1 and IM2 means this is 2 centimeters, this is 10 and this is 12, total 24 centimeters. For example, sometimes they ask the question, what is at what distance this image is from M1? From M1, then what do you do? At what distance this one is there? From M2 it is 12, and this distance it is going to be 10 plus 12, that is 22 centimeters. Now this is from M1, this point is at 22 centimeters. Similarly, we can calculate the distance of this one also. At what distance it forms? This point is formed. Then you should understand, what is this point? This is the image of this point, is the image of this object. This point is the image of this object. At what distance this object is there? This object is what distance from M1? From M1 at what distance it is there? Already you know it is 12 centimeters and this is 10 centimeters. So from M1 it is 12 plus 10, 22 centimeters. So from M1, this is 22 centimeters. 10 plus 12, 22. So here the distance from this point to M1 is going to be 22 centimeters. Similarly, you can tell at what distance this one is there. You can say this point is the image of this object. Now what is this object? 22 centimeters plus 10, 32 centimeters. So from this mirror, this point is 22 plus 10, that is 32 centimeters. From this mirror, this point is at 32 centimeters. So this point also will be 32 centimeters. Like that you can calculate the distances between the images. Very simple. Now this application, when you are taking even another one, for example, again two mirrors are there. Between these 2 centimeters, here an object is there. Now this is 1 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter. So this object is 1 centimeter from M1. Similarly, this object is 1 centimeter from M2. This means exactly the object is exactly at the middle, exactly at the midpoint between M1 and M2. Then look at the images formed. Then what do you do? Now I have taken the incident ray on M1. Similarly, I have taken incident ray on M2. Now this incident ray you take, which is striking M1, one incident ray. This is another incident ray. Now angle of incidence for this ray is 0, so it will reflect in this direction. This one, this is, and it will reflect. Now this reflected ray and this reflected ray cannot meet, so I extend it back. Now what is this one? The image first formed on M1. Similarly, you take this one, this light ray which is striking M2, this one. Now this normal, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, now it will strike. Now this incident ray is traveling, it is, angle of incidence is 0 because it is perpendicular to M2. So it will reflect in this direction, this reflected ray and this reflected ray cannot meet. So real condition not there, I will go to virtual condition, I extend it back. Then what is this? Image formed on M2. Now you can say this is the image formed on M2 means at what distance it is there from M2. So what is from here to here? What is this distance? 1 centimeter. This is also object to mirror 1 centimeter. So mirror to image also 1 centimeter, no doubt. So you see here, I have taken, at a time I have taken two incident rays. One ray striking M2, another ray striking M1. Now this is the first image formed by M2. This is the first image formed by M1. At what distance it is there from M1? Here the object distance is 1 centimeter. So image distance also 1 centimeter. So here also image distance is 1 centimeter. Very good. Then here one important point you should understand. Now this is a light ray which is striking here. Now this is the normal. And again it will strike. Now it is going to act as, now this point is going to act as object for M2. So that's why I have taken one incident ray in this direction. Now it is reflected when extended. Now I am going to get another image. What is this image? This is the image IM1. This is the image of this object IM1 on M2. This is the image formed IM1 on M2. Now you see here, from M2 this object is at what distance? From M2 this object is at what distance? Means M2 means this one. So from here to here 2 centimeters, from here to here 1 centimeter. So from M2 this object is at 3 centimeters. So from M2 object is at 3 centimeters means image also will be 3 centimeters. So this is 3. No doubt. Now this one also same. One incident ray has struck this one and again it is moving, then extended back. This is, what is that? Now this is the image point of this object. This is the image point of this object. What is that object? IM2 on M1. At what distance it is there? So from M1, this image distance, I am calculating image distance from M1. Actually this is the image of this object. At what distance the object is there from M1? From M1 at what distance the object is there? From here to here 2 centimeters, from here to here 1 centimeters, total 3 centimeters. So 3 centimeters. You see here, first image 1 centimeter, second image 3 centimeters. Here also first image 1 centimeter, second image 3 centimeters. Next image will be 6. So it is going to form arithmetic progression, no doubt. 1, 3, next image, I'll see that. Next image, it is going to be for this IM2. Now it is formed. Now it is going to act as object for this one. So I can say 2 plus 3, 5. So next it will be, so next image will be formed at 5 centimeters. So 1, 3, 5, like that the image distances will be there, which is going to form AP. Okay. So first image 1 centimeter, second image 3 centimeters, next it is going to be 5, next it is going to be 7, like that it is going to form, which is going to give the arithmetic progression. Okay. So this is how we are locating the images between the parallel plane mirrors. So this is what you should understand whenever you are locating the images formed by parallel plane mirrors. Now, whenever we are going through the applications, so we should understand that the image formed by one mirror is going to function as object for another mirror for successive reflections, and it will continue in that manner. Thank you.